back to waterfall versus agile. Which one do you prefer?
I always said
Controversial.
very.
Yeah, but
I always said I never seen waterfall work. Never, ever. So,
but you did for agile.
Agile works. Waterfall also, but with some asterisks along the way. So if you are radical about waterfall, everything is a black box. You start with your input requirements. You are a black box. You output more requirements. Then at some point you output something, a product, a software, whatever. And I think that most of your viewers will relate to this image. What the customer wanted. It's like they want a swing in a tree, and what they end up getting, nothing to do, because things get lost in translation. You also, in one of your videos about tips, talk about the importance of the verb should, shall, must.
Yeah,
these kind of things are. We can use the language in a relaxed way when we should be very, very specific. So otherwise, you don't get what you want. Also, the fact that business analysts don't need to know about technology strictly may make the design of the solution not the best for the technology that you're going to use. So there has to be some overlap. And I had many years ago a discussion with an analyst that was a very good friend about this. She was saying, me as an analyst, I don't need to know anything about the technology you will use. And I said, well, you don't need to, but it will be easier or harder to implement what you want with one technology or the other. Or, you can accommodate somehow. Scrum or Agile, in general, Scrum is just a process for Agile, works because you are basically hands-on doing the thing and checking the thing that it's exactly what you want, constantly.
Mm-hmm.
The sprint can be 1 week, 2 weeks. It can be 1 day. It can be whatever you want. You can be constantly doing that. That's why it works. The problem comes afterwards. It's a problem we have now in the company. Not a problem. It's something we need to improve, like any engineering company's documentation.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have one of the things about the Agile Manifesto is working software over extensive documentation. Some people take it as working software over documentation.
Period. Okay.
Yeah. It's not. You need documentation. You need high-level documentation. You need to be able to explain to somebody what your system is doing. Not to the detail, not looking at the code, but you need that. I remember when I became project manager, one of the projects was a software for a public administration. We were doing Scrum training. I became Scrum Master certified then. The company was a big company, CMMI, which is an index for maturity of the company, level 4, so very, very mature, very strong processes. We measured that project management took around 33% of the budget of a project. So a lot of bureaucracy, let's say. We implemented the Scrum within that, and it worked like a charm. We have an initial set of requirements. We said to the customer, in 2 weeks, we see you, we come here with our laptops, we show you what we have done. He goes through that. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. This is not what I wanted. And the fact that he realized when he sees the product that what he wanted is not what he really wanted. What he specified doesn't work as he thought. And being able to change, that works very, very well. I think that for most projects, but again, it's not everything is the same. If you are doing a rover to go to Mars, you can test some concepts, but at some point you have to do a lot of math, a lot of simulation, and be sure, specify everything so to the best of your knowledge, it will work in Mars, because you cannot go to Mars to check every sprint, right? So there you have to use waterfall.
But isn't it, even in a non-Mars example, a bit wasteful, this, what you said, like we will implement to show that what you asked is not what you actually wanted. It sounds wasteful.
No, you don't do it to show that it's not. Yeah. You do it to check if it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's, what you did is exactly what the customer wants. Sometimes it's not. Because also when you are specifying a software from a blank sheet of paper, it's abstract. Right? You need to see it working, to see that it really is what you expect.